The man was just a blood-stained bandage on the steps, while the emperors in the stands knelt in worship because since ancient times, China has had a King Iron King, which was never seen. When the two kings stood on the battlefield, then life and death will inevitably come between them. Hades exploded again, his twin halberds turning into after images. However, facing an impenetrable killing formation, Qin Shi Huang's figure was like a ghost, darting through the air like a spirit. Every dodge was precise to the finest degree. Unwilling to be defeated, Hades went completely berserk. A single move, the famous and secondary Iron Hammer, descends with a thunderous crash, dual halberds inserted. Like a towering Mount High, crashing down upon Qin Shi Huang, it quickly activated. He held Kaishi to respond, but that terrifying force still suppressed him tightly. At the critical moment, his eyes flashed with a terrifying brilliance. Then, a thick cloud of steam was exhaled from his mouth. When the steam touched Hades' arm, he felt a numbness on half his body. That overwhelming force was instantly shattered by more than half.
Winner, Tianbao!
Unexpectedly, with the formation of the Sky Rift again, Hades' ultimate move was perfectly unleashed, just as Qin Shi Huang was preparing to press the advantage. A long spear pierced through the murky dust. Fortunately, Qin Shi Huang dodged the attack in time. However, after several life and death battles, he figured out Hades' attack style, so he decided to confront him head-on, and Hades was more than happy to be strong. After all, this is his domain. Just as the two were about to collide, Qin Shi Huang suddenly exhaled a breath of true energy, and Hades, who was struck, he felt completely disheveled. The originally deadly thrust was also about to soften.
Wandering in all directions without a place to spread, the mountains drift away.
With Qin Shi Huang's powerful strike, they actually carved a hole in Hades' jade body, and the intense pain, it was like a bucket of cold water, forcibly pulling his intelligence back to the battlefield. It turned out that the previous defeat had traces behind it, that seemingly insignificant breath of true energy. Each time, he can guide the core of his power, using it to disrupt his own moves. And this move that can see through vital points is none other than the Namukame among the samurai. Since this move is completely invisible, it is basically an unbeatable existence, but standing before him. But the Lord of the Underworld, seeing Hades, raise his spear and launch another attack. He spun the twin halberds like windmills. Qin Shi Huang's invisible true energy was completely crushed in midair. Hades seized the moment to thrust his spear, and Qin Shi Huang immediately blocked with his arm. Unexpectedly, Hades unleashed a flying kick, taking advantage of the moment he leaned back. The spear lunged at him like a wild beast, but in the end, he still underestimated Qin Shi Huang's reaction. With a single unleash of true chi, he precisely landed a blow to Hades' pointed head, forcing him to stop this deadly combo.
Use it fiercely! Use it fiercely! Strong! Too strong! Even with the power of the King of the Underworld, he cannot be defeated by the fire of the King of Men. Can we get here? Did I just want to ask you, Su Huang?
Next is the summary and analysis of Qin Shi Huang in this episode, fighting the gods with human flesh and blood. The key to victory lies in possessing the wisdom of a warrior, especially the exquisite use of Tianhou and Harukame. Establish the Tianfeng Palace. This move can be used to counter force. Using Hades' signature and powerful attacks like hammers can neutralize them. This reflects the Eastern philosophy of 4 ounces of 1,000 pounds. Wave Flow Turtle is a move that disintegrates the core. It can spit out colorless, odorless bubbles that directly dismantle the core of Hades' power. He wasn't a powerful attacker himself, but he could hit the vital spot with minimal cost. It demonstrates the strategic thinking of using the best tactics to counter strategy. Hades tends to use absolute force for head-on confrontation. Qin Shi Huang repeatedly used his skills to counter his attacks. Though true power is not always reflected in gentlemanly grandeur, life often employs clever strategies that are more effective than sheer brute force.